So hello and welcome back to my knitting and sewing podcast, Knitting for Lily. I will say welcome any new subscribers. It's really nice that you found this place, and welcome old subscribers. It's nice to have you back with me. My name is Hannah. I am living with my family in the southwest part of Sweden. My family is me. I am a 34-year-old pastor, and I live here with my husband, Fredrik, and our son, Noel, and our 7-month-old daughter, Agnes. And I have her as my company here, so I hope this will be all right, and or else I will have to take a break, but we'll see. I'm living out here in the countryside, and I literally have the forest as in my backyard, and a little bit away I have a lake that I see from here, and there is sheep in the neighborhood, and tractors, and other things that belongs to the countryside, and cows, and beautiful people in the small villages around, and we really enjoy living here. So that's who I am, and where we live. Well, I think I will start to tell you new viewers a little about the name of the podcast and why it is some different names in the previous episodes. I tried a bit around to find the right look on the podcast, the right name. I started to make the podcast because I have an own sewing label called Pine Trees and Lilies, and I think this is a nice way to showing stuff that you sew and to make some commercial for yourself. So, and I really think it's fun to share yourself like this. I enjoy editing videos also. So yeah, I think this is fun. I will be out with episodes now and then when I have the time and when I feel like it. So be patient with me. Well, knitting for Lily. We'll start with I will get a picture if you wait. Lily was my grandma. This is her and her husband Gösta. They're both in heaven right now, and I miss them. Lily was a great grandmother. She baked a lot, knitted a whole lot of socks for us, and supplied us with warm feet at the winter. And she was a seamstress when she was young, and she is the one that taught my mom to sew and knit and bake, and I have inherited all that stuff, and I really enjoy it. So the podcast is, and my label Pine Trees and Lilies is in part of a big part and in remembrance of her. But my daughter Agnes has her second name is Lily, in remembrance of my grandma, and I like to make a lot of things for her and also my son. So I'm knitting a lot for her, and her name is also Lily. So I thought that would be a really good name for the podcast. So, knitting for Lily is knitting for my daughter and in remembrance of my grandma. Yeah, you said so. Yeah. She's 7 months and she's starting to show who she is. Yesterday she started to babbling a lot. Da 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 ba ba ba. And we really enjoy it. Well, as I said, I am trying out new look for the podcast. I'm thinking I'm staying with this. We'll see. So sorry for all you old subscribers. Maybe it confuses you a lot, but I hope you will excuse me for that. And I hope you like this new thing that I do. Well, I think I'll have to take a break. So we'll try this again. I will have her next to me. I'm not trying to show her off because my husband have sort of taking a step back to protect our children from social media and stuff. So I'm not showing her a lot, so you know why. I hope you have landed safely in your couch and where else you're sitting. I will say, as one of the girls in my... No, she hasn't landed safely in her couch. She doesn't want to be with me. I hope you sit well wherever you are sitting. And I say, as one of the girls in my first ever knitting podcast that I listened to, make yourself comfy, take a cup of coffee or tea and your knitting or sewing, and let's go. We're currently out of the flu fog. I have still quite a lot of coughing left because I have asthma and my daughter have some snoring and my son also. We have had a really rough week. Really rough. And everything has been put on hold. The dishes, laundry and life. One good thing that's come out of it is that I given myself time to be creative. As far as I had energy left, some energy left to be creative. And usually it is by sit and knit. But I worked on the same cardi a long time. And I am sewing quite a lot for my own little label. And I was tired of making toilet bags also. So I guess when I got new fabric, I was inspired to make some children clothes. And that was when it all started. It's been a real manic week with sewing and sewing and sewing and sewing. And I got a lot done that I didn't know I needed to be done. So I thought I would show you what I've been up to. And she's sitting quite comfortably here. That's good. I recently saw a picture on somewhere on internet of the cute babies with the turbans. I have a turban, knitted turban for my daughter that I knitted before she even existed, and my husband thinks that she is really cute in it. So I saw a picture on YouTube of how you can sew turbans for children. So I think that's what started it all. I started to try out making turbans for, I think it's called a turban, or else I will translate it here and continue saying turban and turban. I had an idea and I ordered up some fabric to make it. And this is the fabric and the color, and I think it's gorgeous. This. And I started to make some more that I'm going to sell in my little shop on the internet and also in the local crafty shop. So I've made this with a little donut, and then I've also made some else. I don't have them here, but you can choose if you want the donut or a nut, or a lot of things. And I think they're really quick to make and they're really fun, and you get a really cool baby. So I'm going to sell them for from newborn to grown up. I had a plan to make one for myself and had it put it on in this episode, but I left that. I don't know if I look good in one that's if I look good in those. So, and in all the craziness from fabric, leftover fabric, I made a hairband for my daughter. It's really easy, and from some other leftover fabric, another hairband. And well, also one more. It's like a half turban. It's wrinkled back here and a knot over there. And I think this will be fitted for a preemie or a newborn. So I will sell that too if there is someone curious and want it. As I said, I had a fabric that I saw a thing for my daughter. It is here. The other one will have it down here. I think that this fabric was really cute, so I had an idea to make a body for my bodysuit for my daughter with puff sleeves. I didn't have any pattern for it, but I did some research on the internet and figured out how to make it. So this is how it will be done. You separate it, you cut the pattern for the arm in half, and then the halves in halves also, and spread it out, and then you paint the line around them, and so the arms are a little bit bigger. So this I made for her with a little lace up here, and you can put it together back here. Well, maybe it's a little bit too much, but well, I think it's cute. So I had some leftover fabric. I've also made her a hat. This, and actually I made a whole lot of these hats for my son also. I think I tried out when he was little to make some clothes for him, but I didn't think that it was fun because I think I was lazy and didn't do it quite well, so the clothes was kind of badly made. So we'll leave that behind. now I have some more experience, and I think it's more fun. No, don't take the flower. She's ripping it all apart. No, stop. Inte så. Du kan leka med den. Du vill leka med den. I had a hope that she was going to have a rest right now, but she didn't want to sleep more. So we'll try to do it like this. And then I have my reputation has spread, so I get 1 or 2 more orders now and then to sew things for people. These 2 hats I will deliver in tomorrow. Well, it's wonderful to be in that really bubble, creative bubble, and sewing bubble or knitting bubble. I found myself in the knitting bubble quite a few years ago when I started to knit. I discovered the knitting podcast, audio podcast, stickpodden, the knitting pod in Swedish, and listen through all the episodes like a maniac and start to discover Ravelry and all this glorious beauty. And I wanted to knit it all, and my husband didn't understand it in the beginning. He thought it was taking a lot of our time together. And I can understand him, because when you're discovering knitting and you find that you want to make everything, you want to have more hours in the day and the night. And that was kind of what happened with the sewing. I didn't discover sewing. I have been sewing for a lot of years, but as months and years go by, I get more experience and know how to do things more. And this current week, it was like that. Well, I can make everything. I can make this, and I want to make this for my daughter, and I want to make this clothes for myself, and this. I had a whole queue in my head, so I had to line it up and make one thing at a time. Now I have made a gift for my best friend who finally got a child that was longed for, but he is about Agnes' age now, so it's really time for her to get a gift, and that's ready to get off by the post. And I've made don't touch the flower. I made all the things I've showed you. I've made bodies. I made bloomers for my daughter. I've made toilet bags, and that some of them got to be knitting bags instead. This one I kept for myself because I think it was gorgeous. This is Manchester, small. I don't know if you see the lines. Really comfy and cozy, and with a lace zipper. I kept it for myself. I will show you later what I have in it. And also I have a stand. This is a standard fabric that I'm sewing toilet bags and makeup bags for with my label and my homepage. You can you can actually order from me if you click on my webpage and look out, or you send me a PM or a message here or on Instagram. So this yellow fabric, thicker Manchester, is one of the fabrics that I also make small or big bags of. This one and the gold zipper. Doesn't look so much gold here, but it is more goldy than it looks like. And I kept this for myself also. I think the cat is locked in one of my son's playing boxes or something. I must go check it out. No, it wasn't a cat. It was my landlord making things in our ground in the house. In this in our yard there is also one house that is his, an old Swedish cottage that he's rebuilding, so he's making some new pipes for it, and then he needs to look in our ground. Well, I talked about what I've been sewing, and yeah, you saw the knitting bags, and you can order from me if you want. Just check out my webpage or send me a message and we'll solve it in somehow. Me and my son also had a wimp, what do you call it? Well, the reason is that my cat loves to lay on my sewing table. Also the Genius table that is a kitchen island from IKEA. She loves laying on it, and I was disturbed that she laid on all my fabrics and stuff. So we made a little bed for her, and she really loves it. Really cute. My son helped me to put filling in it, and he thought it was really fun. Nowadays, because I've been sewing so much these days, every day he asks me, "Mom, is there something that I can help you sew?" He's really cute. He's 3.5, and I think that's really fun, because I think it's more fun to be sewing than playing with him. That's my shame, mommy shame, what you say. Well, I play with him also, but it's fun to be making things together that I enjoy. We also bake a lot and take walks. So he's on with my fun and I am on with his fun, and that's really good. I have some future sewing plans. It's kind of a bodysuit for my daughter. It's have legs and no longer arms, just a ruffle over here. I have some sewing magazines that I got from my mom with a lot of patterns. What do you say? Simple patterns for children in it. So I have cut out part of that pattern for a bodysuit for a baby, but I remade it and made some Peter Pan colors in the pattern, and I'm going to make ruffle sleeves over here. So I am planning to cut out the yarn tonight, and I hope it will be really gorgeous for the summer for her. The fabric that I will use for that is this one. I think it will be gorgeous. It is with the flowers and it's roses and leaves and a white background. Just so girly. Now I found some of the small toilet bags that I've made. I also have this fabric with my label over there. My phone isn't that good at focusing. And this one, the inside I think is gorgeous. I have a lining that is a classic, I think it's viscose or something. Here's some dots on it. So this one I'm selling on the local local crafty shop. But if you want to buy these, they are also for sale for you. Yeah, I think that is that one. I have one more plan in sewing wise, the hinterland dress. I've heard so many podcasters talk about it and see some samples of it. So I am making one or two. I've ordered a linen fabric to make two pieces. Maybe two dresses or one dress and a skirt and a blouse. I will see how it will end up. And then I have some orders for toilet bags and stuff that I will make. I think I've mentioned that before. So I have a lot of things to sew. The thing with sewing, except for knitting, that is different from knitting, that when you sew, you get instant gratification. The thing is ready by a wink. If you refer to knitting, a knitted piece. Well, you can make one in a week, but with small children, it's tough to get knitting time that will last, and you will have. It's hard to have a cardi ready in 1 week or 1 month. And I've been knitting on the same cardi for a long time now, so that you can sew clothes and have them finished really fast is fun. And it's fun that you can combine knitting and sewing, and because they have different sides. To stand and sew, you need a whole afternoon or night. You're pretty tired afterwards, but to sit and knit is just a piece of rest, a quiet moment. So I need them both. I need to be creative in different settings. I'm finished with the anemone dress that I talked about in the last episode. It was like this. I can't tell you what yarn it was. It was something I won in a competition a really long while ago. Don't touch the flower, please. And she got to use it twice, and then it was too small. Maybe I haven't tried it out since last time. Maybe it will fit her like shirt or something, and I can have trousers underneath, but we'll see. I'm planning to have it as a piece of artwork on my wall. Or else I think it was gorgeous. And then I finished with the Oslo hat. I forgot to pick it up to show you, but I'm going to do that now. The Oslo hat is designed by Petite Knit, and it is really popular pattern here in the Scandinavia. I know, but I don't know how it is in the rest of the world, but here everyone is knitting on it. So this is my finished piece. I'm really satisfied with it. Many have thought it was too small, but I think I went up 2 whole sizes from 3 to 4.5 millimeters. And then I ordered one of her labels that says, "Winter is coming, knit faster. Be prepared with petite knit." I think it was funny. And I have also planned for one more. And I also have one more of these labels with another text on it. Maybe it's one hat for me next winter or for my husband. We'll see. He really think it was lovely, this hat. It's really warm and comfy. I think the yarn is Arwetta. I will write it here down below so I don't say wrong thing. Well, maybe in the next version I will make it quite a bit smaller. Maybe go down half needle size. It has one feeling of being too big, but I have a big head, so well, we'll see how that goes. So that I'm finished with, and then the anemone dress I'm finished with. I think that's only the 2 things. Then I've knitted and knitted and knitted on the Belmont cardi that I've been languishing for about 2 years now, and I needed to have it finished because it's gorgeous, and it was sad to see it just laying around in my bag. So now I've made almost finished. I'm knitting on the last arm here. Let's see. This is how it looks like this. It's really gorgeous pattern. And 3/4 arm and twisted rib down here and at the arms. I tried it out before blocking, and well, it will be kind of small, but I'm still repairing from my maternity or my pregnancy weight, so hopefully I will fit in it by summer, and well, the blocking will extend it quite a bit more. So this is how much I made on the second arm, and this is really fast knit. And then there is only the all the English words is hard to remember. So there is not much to make more. I'm planning to wear it with the Hinterland dress version black. We see how that goes. I'm really satisfied. The yarn is the Swedish yarn Campus 2 thread. It's really rough Scandinavian wool, and if you can see, Focus on the yarn, please. Focus on the yarn, please. No, that will not do. Really rough Scandinavian yarn. That some people would call that it is scratchy, but I'm not as sensitive, so it will do. And I will have the buttons for the cardi. This one I found in a clothing yarn shop for a couple of years ago when I had a cardi in mind. And I think it was gorgeous when I do pictures or original pattern pictures with the blue buttons on, so I wanted to have that also. So that is my plans for the cardi. I hope it will be finished by my next episode. Well, I think it will be. And the next thing I'm knitting on is my old version of Christmas mittens that I will make as my own pattern. And it's inspired actually by this bag that I bought from I will show her name here. And she also make this beautiful thing with knitting markers and the blockers and stuff. The pattern is inspired by the bag. To help me get the pattern, I've been using Knitbird. That is a free pattern program for your computer. Go check it out because it's really easy to use and it's free and it's fun. You can make all such sort of things and make your own patterns. So that is a hot tip. These I have not come very far. I'm really now trying out where I will have the thumb. But if you are curious and want to be one of my test knitters, please contact me. I will have more eager commercial about the test knitting further on when I've finished these. My plan is to make a matching pair that will remind each other of the gloves. Sorry for my bad English. My plan is that they are going to match in somehow. So we'll see if I get out with one pattern or two pattern for Christmas. We'll see. So if you're curious being a test knitter, please send me a message in some way. Then I have sort of 1,000 knitting plans, but the most current I think is one simple sock for me and a hat that I talked about earlier for my daughter for the spring. And then I thought about other whips that I've been languishing. I started to crochet a little thing for her room. To put on her wall over her bed. This is I also have in pink, so it will hang over her bed. So cute, like this. And this is really no effort in it at all. It's my own, just from no pattern at all. I'm just making it. And another thing that's been going on really long is a pair of socks from the yarn that I bought for a really long time ago from Nomadic Yarns. I'm making 2 socks at a time with magic loop. That's my go-to because I'm expert of making things lay around, so one sock is not an opportunity for me. This one, and this glitter yarn, I think it's real small, but they fit me just perfectly, and yeah, it's a easy small go-to if you have a small handbag. This one I made a while ago. I found myself changing my knitting bags now and then and sewing new because I get tired of the old ones. I don't buy knitting bags often. I think the red one is the only one I bought for myself. It's fun to that you can make your own. So that is what I have been laying around. Yeah, I think that was all knit-wise. I realized I forgot to show you what I was knitting that was inside of this bag. So here is the dinosaur sweater, or dinotrøye, by Spektakelstrikk. I was inspired by Kristin in strikketerapi, knitting therapy, a podcast on Norwegian. So I had some yarn left over at home. This also is Campus, the same one I'm knitting Belmont cardi in. Kind of robust and scratchy, but I also had this mohair at home, so I thought I would combine them and make a kind of soft sweater for my girl. This will be perfect when she is 1 year old. It's really cute with the dinosaur at the arm, the tail forms at the arm, and you can also knit other combinations. If you have a look at Spektakelstrikk at the DK, like Denmark, you will find how it looks. I will put a link down here also in the information under the video. So this is the beginning of that sweater. It's really cozy with a halo of mohair of it. I think she will be really cute in it. So this is what I'm also knitting on. Really mindless knitting. I am using, this is not the suggested yarn, and I have, I think the yarn is smaller, so I have been forced to go up all the sizes. I'm knitting the larger size, but I've measured it so it will do for her when she is 1 year old. So I will have to combine the different measurements in the pattern to make it fit her perfectly. So this is it. Me and my mom had a plan to go at the knit party in west about Gothenburg, on one of the islands called Mastra. But with all the coronavirus and people being sick, we don't dare to travel. Partly because of me and my asthma, and also because of the children. We want to keep them safe. So that we will miss out on. And there is a new knit fest in Stockholm this spring that is called the Stockholm Yarn Fest. That would be fun to go to, but I don't think that is a possibility because of our economy situation and our small children. So that will have to wait. Me and my mom, by the way, are all the knitting travels. We are planning to maybe next year or the year after that finally go to Edinburgh Yarn Festival. We had that planned when my daughter was on the way, but for several reasons it didn't happen. But now I'm hoping to save up some money and to both save my mom's flying scare. She's afraid of flying, and to be mindful of the environment. We're going to make the biggest adventure ever. We're going to take the train from Sweden, by Denmark, Germany, Brussels, France, and up to England, and all the way up to Edinburgh. I think that's wonderful, and I'm really looking forward to it. And my mom said, "Oh, that's no deal. There is a lot of knitting time then." So I'm just excited to talk about it, and I think it will be really fun, because partly because just a really fun trip to see how it will all be possible, but also to take my mom around all these places, because she's afraid of small things, and how we will do this and how we will do that, and also how I will go about, because I am also afraid of things. Yeah, grandma, she and I will do this. Do you think that? Yeah. I think she's tired now. Cold coughing. No. So I've laid her to bed. We'll see if she falls asleep or if she's going to just lay around talking. I think before I end this, I'll just give a recap of my talk about the last time about consumption and being more mindful of what you buy and stuff. Well, yarn wise, it's gone pretty well. I bought some new yarn for the Oslo hat, but nothing new yarn wise then, I think, and that's good. And fabric wise, that's not good. I think I made because I had to order more fabric for some new orders that I got from people to sew for them. I had it as an excuse to buy more fabric. This one is one, and now that I've got the idea to sew some of the hats for the babies at the crafty shops and my webpage, I ordered some more fabric. Hopefully I can pay it off by selling some more of my hats and stuff. So, well, I hope it will go straight out with the money. And it's gone pretty well. I have only bought some more stuff secondhand, and no new stuff except for the basic things that you need, like underpants and so. I found a really gorgeous folk suit, Swedish folk suit, part of it on secondhand for just 100 kroners. It's the whole suit is worth a couple of thousands, so it was really fun, a win. But well, we've been forced to be really mindful of what we're buying, because when you're on maternity leave like I am, the economy changed rapidly and get pretty stinking bad. But we have made it so far. I'm beginning to look for other jobs, because it's rough being a pastor in two small congregations with a lot of work at the evenings and at the weekends. So I'm starting to search for other jobs. We'll see how that goes, and hopefully our economy will change. But I think I will try to keep on staying mindful what I am buying. I'm really proud to watch at my wardrobe and see that more than half of the clothes that I've bought is secondhand. That makes me proud, and my goal is to have much secondhand and much own sewn clothes, so that I don't just buy new stuff all the time, because new stuff doesn't have a good thing made on the environment. It is really bad to just buy new and new all the time. Well, and then about my giveaway that I've been promising, I've almost reached 50 subscribers. There's only 15 sort of left, so please hit the thumbs up and subscribe. Then I will have a giveaway in the next episode, I hope. If you like it, you will hit the thumbs up. All the things will help me find more viewers, and more viewers will find me, so please do. Well, I think that's all for now. Me and my screaming daughter out there will say goodbye, and thank you for watching. You're welcome to check out my webpage at pinetreesandlilies.com or my Instagram. You're finding all the information right after this. And feel free to write in the comments what you think about this, or if you have any questions. And I hope that we'll see you soon. We'll see when, I don't know when, but sometime soon. Bye bye, God bless you.